What's up, everyone? This is Bacon here, and today we're going to be doing a video talking about 5 things that I would change to make Companions a better game. Now, this is not going to be like anything too crazy, but just things that I think would improve overall quality of life, or just be good content to add to the game, or to answer some questions that people have been asking for a while. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first area that I think needs to be changed is the Beast Grounds. Now, overall, I think Beast Grounds is pretty good, especially compared to the classic version. This is a lot more straightforward with ascending the beast. You don't have to like spend a ton of money or play the game for 10 years to get your beast to the highest level. You can actually get them leveled up pretty far. Now, the thing that I think needs to be tweaked is the combining feature. There's not a lot of information on this. No one really knows what they're doing half the time. And if you put two beasts together, there's really no like guarantee for anything. It's just a lot of RNG. And so I think there needs to be a clear path with getting your levels higher, with increasing your beast rank, and just, a better explanation of how it works. I think they're on a good path with beast, but they need to fix this. I think the RNG component is horrible, like Ghoulish Gallery in Classic. You just RNG stuff just makes people angry and upset, especially in a game that was originally like RNG free. If you add it later, it just makes it really frustrating. I mean, look at the shop. I have 385 coins. I need 5,000 for one of these two 8 levels. And for some reason, it's just for these two. If I want to get them with any of these guys, I guess I'm just out of luck. So that doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is. So going to the next thing, Arena. I think Arena has gotten worse, as a lot of people have mentioned. It just isn't as fun. It's not as good. But I think a quality of life thing that is just so annoying, especially since they added several rounds of battles. Like, please add just the skip version. With this, it's quick because I'm going against garbage computer comps. And so I just one hit everything. But like when you're going against a Shaltir and a Taline, and you have a Shaltir and a Taline, the battle takes like 5 minutes to get through all 4 waves. And it just is so annoying. When you're doing like top 500 battles, they take way longer. Just please give me a skip fight option and let me skip it all. Because this is like 10% of what it normally takes with a normal battle. So please add a skip function. And if you're going to do that, please just revert Arena to what it was, or make it so I don't need to find a new partner every week, because that's annoying. Having to kind of sift through applications, sure, I'll accept it. Okay, well, I can't accept that because I already accepted the Arena Gladiator instead of the other Arena, because he already did the same Arena. So it's just stupid. This Arena was great. Honestly, I liked it before, minus like being able to snipe people at the very end, but I think they just made it worse. Please fix this. All right. The next thing that I want to mention is the gear. So gear in AFK Companions, I don't think is horrible. I think the problem arises where people don't really know how to get better gear. I have all my units just have random gear on. They don't have faction specific ones unless they're lucky. And the only ones that I have built out are in Shaltir, because you get the dimensional mythic gear from events and you can just plop it there. I would love to get some mythic gear for my Solace so I can use some of my T-stones that I've saved up, but I just don't have any wilder magic mythic items. So I just kind of am stuck throwing whatever I can on her. And it's really frustrating. I wish there was like a clear-cut path to getting specific gear. Even in the shop, if you go to the guild shop and your guild is high enough ranked, you get this stuff, and it just has a question mark faction. It doesn't explain anything. It doesn't say, here are the odds, because apparently some people think there's a higher chance of getting Hypogene and Celestial mythic gear compared to other ones, and that might be true, but there's no explanation. They just have like this. Like, what is this? This isn't helpful. Okay, yes, these are all mage heroes. That's not helpful. Like, I want to know, if I buy this, do I even have a chance of getting a wilder hat? Or is that not even in the table? Who knows? And the only other ways of getting it are through events, or you will very rarely get an item from here. I know as you progress in the campaign, you can get a higher chance of getting things, but I think overall, there's just not a good explanation of how to get it. And I think the gear system could be a lot better if they did it. One thing I have as an idea, and I'll kind of twist this into my next point, is the guild. I think if you had a way to incorporate getting like specific gear or better gear consistently through guild bosses, I think that'd be awesome. One thing, and this is moving on to my next point, and you'll see how I tie it in together in a second. But I think the guild boss overall is not a horrible thing, but I think there's just not a lot of like incentive to really do anything besides put in your best heroes and just kind of battle. Where in previous classic, like there were specific comps that worked really well, and you'd build out these specific heroes to like do well with guild boss. But now you just kind of throw them together. You do some damage, and hopefully it's enough. But my idea is have different tiers, and there's a lot of games that do this too. But have different tiers of guild bosses where you have like an easy one, a normal one, a hard, ultra hard, legendary, whatever. And if your clan can the better or the higher difficulty boss your clan can defeat, just have one singular health pool that everyone goes towards instead of this. And if you can beat it, you get good gear. Now, the higher the difficulty, the better gear you get. And it's just random. It doesn't mean it has to be like you get a ton of super good gear every single time. It can be like you get one mythic. Even one mythic gear like every 3 days would be fine. But like something that we can go off of to like make guild bosses a little more exciting. Even you can even do it where you have to do like a certain percentage amount to get certain rewards. I don't know. I know Raid Shadow Legends, when I used to play it, had a really fun clan boss. I love clan boss in that game. There's a lot of other games that also have a similar clan boss. But this, I don't think it's horrible, but it's just kind of boring. There's really not a lot of thought that goes into this. No one really cares about it. And I think it could be a lot more exciting. Okay. The last thing I wanted to check out, and this isn't like a specific complaint, but I think, let's just go ahead and look at the calendar. I think there's a lot of events that are happening in AFK Companions, and I think most of them are great. Like Spire Contest, I actually really enjoy. Alliance Contest is another one I actually really enjoy. Golden Frontier, I know it's beta, but some relatively positive feedback, I think. But there just needs to be more daily content that's not focused on events that you can participate in. Now, with the classic game, there are different things you can do outside of what we have here. For example, the Arcane Labyrinth is just under development. This feature that is already built out is still under development. Now, hopefully they're redesigning it, because I just think how it is now, or how it is in Classic, is boring. So hopefully they're making it a little more exciting if they are actually working on this. I don't know. But just having more daily content. I think the game really lacks like reasons to log in outside of getting your daily quest a lot of times. If there's no like major events going on, I'll literally just spend 3 minutes a day and I'll be done. And the game is called AFK Arena for a reason. But I think giving people who want to put a little more time into the game is good. Like right now, I push towers once a week maybe. I push campaign every 2 weeks when I get some good progress with some heroes. And that's all I really do. I don't really do anything else. I'll do the events, obviously, but there's really nothing else that's just incentivizing to do. And I've only played the game for 5 months. I'm pretty far in the campaign, but I feel like there just needs to be more stuff, more meat to the game. I feel like when you first start playing the game, it's exciting because there's a lot to do. But as a medium to late term player or late game player, you just kind of feel like you're running out of content to do. And that's a bad model for Lilith too, because there's no incentive to spend money. Not that I'm really a spender at all, but for those who are, like, why would you spend money on a game where you can get to the end game in 4 months? The big end game content is getting Solace, and that's about it. Like, you get her, and then you're kind of like twiddling your thumbs and being like, okay, now what do I do? There's a few other things I can kind of aim for, but nothing really exciting. Um, so I mean, that's my fifth thing. I think just more content in the game, and I'm gonna actually give you two bonus ones that have come to mind real quick. One, give us some more Awakened heroes. Like what the frick? I don't want. I'm never gonna get Awakened Taylene, at least not for 20 more years. And then Awakened Solace is the only one. So that's all we got. Now, my other bonus content, and I've already said this before, but please let us buy Stargazing cards. The diamonds, this drives me nuts. There's no reason to just have these. It's a bad financial decision because I don't think a lot of people are actually buying these cards. But if you had a system that utilizes diamonds, people are probably more prone to get monthly packs or packs that give you diamonds. I don't think people really are buying Stargazing cards. So please let us use diamonds for this. It's so annoying. But I mean, right now it's not a huge deal because these heroes are just kind of mid. But I think as they release some actually good game-changing Celestials and Hypogenes, it's going to be really frustrating if you have to like basically stockpile these to get them. So that's my 5+2 bonus recommendations with making Companions a better game. I'm curious what your thoughts are, though, because I know everyone has different thoughts. Mine are not like the correct ones always. I'm curious if you guys agree with what I have to say, disagree, or if there's any other changes you think would be good for the game as they kind of progress with developing it out. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like my content. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Peace.